Welcome back to Hogwarts Exposed. We shall now continue Chapter 1.
What if he hadn't made a professional team? Ginny, I just don't know, but once he started getting that press and the girls started following him, we had no chance.
I was disgusted to have him as my brother. What did the headline in the Daily Prophet read? Weasley scores 85 in a row. Then the text went on to quote Ron as having said he wouldn't be satisfied until he scored at least 200. I was totally confused. Keepers don't score points. Then, when I saw the pictures of all the girls, I realized they weren't talking about quaffles through a hoop. It was about how many different women he had shagged in a row.
Yeah, see, 85 women in a row would kill most normal men. But now I'm confused. Who's the Weasley slut? Ginny? Ron? Both of them?
Another quaffle through a different hoop, perhaps.
Hermione said, the sarcasm edging her voice.
Oh, very cute, Hermione.
The money. The fame. We know which head that all went to. He definitely got the publicity he'd always envied of Harry. He never apologized. Do you realize that? Never. And I'm sorry, Hermione. He just walked out of my life without so much as a goodbye. Harry, at least, left a note.
Ginny moved to the other side of the compartment next to her and embraced her tightly, not at all fooled by the amusement Hermione had attempted to convey.
Well, at least the devil got his due.
Ginny, even Ron didn't deserve that. As much as he hurt me as a girlfriend, I can't hate him. He was a wonderful friend for 7 years. If he came to me today and just apologized, I'd lean over backwards.
Interesting choice of words. She'd lean over a table backwards and do what? Yes, I think we all know what.
Yeah, can we also talk about the fact that Ginny just cursed her brother, who's not really done anything to deserve it except, checks notes, fucked 85 women? Like, what, is she jealous? Is this some Game of Thrones bullshit?
To get that friendship back. Oh, don't get me wrong.
Hermione exclaimed, noticing the odd look on Ginny's face.
I would never ever think of him romantically again, but I miss the closeness we had. We three had a special bond.
I guess he would have made it to 200 if it hadn't been for that championship game that lasted 4 days. He had to know what would happen when Moonrise came, but he was stubborn and kept playing.
So, long and boring story short, Ron played and wolfed out. Because he wasn't dating Snape and had no access to Wolfsbane, he bit a chaser's leg off and got sent to Azkaban. 2 things worth mentioning.
Did anyone from the family ever try to talk to her?
Hermione questioned.
I tried to, but she wanted nothing to do with anyone who bore the name Weasley. I couldn't blame her. She's a beautiful girl. I imagine up till then she had to fight the boys off. Just 18 years old. She had the most beautiful long blonde hair, and her figure, well, she'd even give you competition.
The fact that Ginny paid her such a nice compliment in the middle of such a serious conversation caught Hermione quite off guard, and she turned a bright red.
Now her life will never be the same.
Yeah. Oh my god, beautiful, gorgeous Hermione has arrived.
This poor girl had her face spread all over the wizard press. She can't walk down the street without someone recognizing her.
She can't walk down the street at all with one leg.
Ginny, isn't Ron's time up soon?
Yes.
She nodded.
He's scheduled to be released next Wednesday.
Oh, how convenient. I am dumbstruck by this stroke of luck.
Oh, have you talked to him? What are his plans?
Like, for the holidays?
I haven't talked to him, but George and Fred have. He's changed a lot. Not the same Ron we knew. Fred and George have offered him a job managing their store in Hogsmeade until he gets on his feet.
He's wolfing in a wheelchair? Oh, hi there, Billy Black.
Hermione's face turned as white as the blouse she was wearing.
He's going to be here? Here in Hogsmeade?
Yes.
From the look on Hermione's face, it was Ginny's turn to change the topic of discussion.
So what do you think Severus Snape will be like as a headmaster?
Oh, Ginny, I don't know what to say. Sometimes it's almost as if he's developed multiple personalities. I feel so sorry for him. First, he loses Lily to Harry's father.
You've read Deathly Hallows, and that's that.
Then after all those lonely years, he falls in love with your sister just to lose her so tragically.
Ginny doesn't have a fucking sister.
Okay, it's fanfiction, just let fanfiction be fanfiction. Also, this guy's fucking Wolverine. Are you serious?
You were there that first year after her death. What was he like in class?
Blah-de-blah, Snape was like Zombie Bella Swan 2.0, and now he's alternatingly pleasant, mean, and angsty, and Hermione wants to hug him. Barf.
Hey, hold on, girl. Sounds to me like someone has developed a little crush on old Snapey.
Ginny wiggled her eyebrows at Hermione.
The slut, wiggling her eyebrows, calling the Snape Master Snapey? Ginny has slept with him. Totally.
What the fuck? That is, that's not even circumstantial evidence. That's nothing. There is no basis for that. Also, more slut-shaming of Ginny. Yay.
No, it's not like that, Ginny.
Hermione blushed brightly.
Her blush proved Ginny right.
In some universe, probably, but not this one.
He is an attractive man, and honestly, we have taken in a few shows together.
You've taken in a few shows? What does that even mean? You've been to see the Chippendales? You've watched porn together? You've made porn together?
Oh my god, you dumb bitch. It means they've watched movies together. Jesus Christ.
But purely as colleagues. It was totally platonic.
Yeah, they made porn together.
Used to be platonic, isn't it ironic? I'm head over horns for God fucking damn it, Snape.
I could never picture myself in a relationship with Severus.
Well, I sure could. When he was dating my sister, he really took care of himself. His hair was clean and styled, not oily. He dressed differently. He was drop-dead, bloody gorgeous. There were many a night when I fell asleep thinking about him.
Styled Snape sucks.
Virginia Weasley. I can't believe my ears.
She's called Ginevra, not Virginia. If you don't know her full name, then don't try to use it. And as this fic is just one more instance of skank whore I don't think Virginia is an appropriate name for her.
Believe them. Ginny Weasley isn't that timid, shy little girl anymore.
Once again, she changed the subject.
So, do you do the same? Animagus trick?
Oh, of course Hermione is an animagus. What else could she be? She's also a legilimens, an occlumens, and a healer. Wanna bet?
To start your first year class that McGonagall did. I nearly peed my pants the first day when that cat jumped off the desk and transformed into McGonagall.
Hermione blinked once and shook herself slightly, attempting to adjust to Ginny's frankness.
Yeah, I nearly peed my pants is, in general, just a normal phrase to express fright. But in this fic, Hermie Sue is right to be afraid.
Before answering the other woman's question.
I tried that my second year, but it didn't work out quite as successfully for me as it did for Minerva. The first years were too frightened to enter the classroom. It seems a wolf lying on the professor's desk is a bit more intimidating than a cat.
A wolf, like her ex-boyfriend Wan turns into every month. Yes, you still love him, Hermione, just admit it. Also, I hate the way absolutely everybody's an animagus in this fic. They're supposed to be rare! Though this does open up interesting perspectives. Jamie Sue's unicorn form and Harry Stu's griffin clearly prove they can morph into magical creatures. Until further notice, I'm calling it now. Caitlin Sue's animagus form is a flobberworm.
This reminds me of a Kingdom Hearts forum that was run by an ex-writing partner, and in the character template, she had Keyblade description, which means that she thought Keyblades were incredibly common, and then when asked about it, she said, well, have you seen Birth by Sleep? Like, yes, but that still doesn't mean wielders are especially common.
Oh, I nearly forgot. What years will you be instructing in Muggle studies?
1st through 7th.
First years don't get Muggle studies. It's an optional course from third year onwards. Read the books.
Okay, so 1 minute he's read Order of the Phoenix and Deathly Hallows, and the next minute he hasn't read the books. Okay, that is a pretty big research fail, I will grant that, but Mavis Syria has just been so... well, let's just say that some of her nitpicking really hasn't aged well.
Goodness, Ginny. Are there enough hours in the day?
Oh,
Ginny smiled.
this isn't your normal 2 or 3 times a week class. Since there is more and more interaction between the wizard and muggle worlds, the Board of Governors wanted all years to at least get an introduction to muggle studies.
I ask the questions, the fic answers them, but the answers suck.
Actually, I like that answer. I found it pretty creative. And I figured out how to articulate what's been bothering me. Like, this is a fairly infamous Harry Potter bad fic, and Neil is a reprehensible person who has written reprehensible things, but we haven't come across them yet so far. So it very much sounds like Mavis Syria is just whinging over nothing. It's going to take away the impact when people start complaining about the things that are actually wrong with the fic.
They realised it would be difficult to squeeze it into the students' already tight timetables, so the class will only meet once a week with 2 houses attending at a time. Actually, I'll only have 14 lessons a week.
Only 14 two-hour lessons a week? That's 28 hours. Most of my teachers taught considerably less than that, about 20 hours. Plus, most classes at Hogwarts are already attended by 2 houses at a time. Remember all Harry's potions classes with the Slytherins and how he had herbology with Hufflepuff? Learn how to pay attention to canon.
Professor Snape has even worked out the schedule so that I have no classes after noon on Thursday.
Now I'm envious. Want to trade? My schedule is so full, what with animagus training and all that.
If you're already an animagus, why do you still need training? Ugh, what do I even ask?
I have no idea when I'm going to prepare lessons and grade tests, let alone sleep.
Hermione, if you're anything like you were in school, you'll make time. I assume there have been some changes since I left. Who else is on the teaching staff this year besides us?
Well, of course. You know Charlie is returning to teach care of magical creatures, and unfortunately Trelawney will be roosting in her tower again.
Hermione suddenly had a disgusted look on her face.
Is that Charlotte, Charlie Weasley, Ginny's sister? Wait, we'd still need 2 dead sisters then. So I'm assuming they'll be Wilhelmina, Bill Weasley, and Peregrine, Percy Weasley. I'll bet Percy's the one who dated Snape. Inside of every Weasley there's a rainbow.
You don't like Trelawney, do you?
Ginny had a questioning look on her face.
It's not that I don't like her.
No, it's exactly that you don't like her.
It's just that she's so fake. And I hate that she goes as far as predicting students' deaths. She did it to Harry year after year, and now she's doing it to Jamie.
With any luck, this will be one of Trelawney's true predictions. Trademark.
It really bothers the poor girl, and she's such a good student.
Aw, she's such a good student. I'm so happy for her.
First name. Sounds a little like she's the teacher's pet.
No, not at all. She is just a very special girl.
She's a very special girl. A Sue! Run for your life!
Jamie's at the top of all her classes, and like Harry, was made seeker of her Quidditch team in first year.
Yeah, that would only be special if it hadn't happened to every Sue to ever have sued.
The girl is absolutely beautiful, but doesn't have a conceited or mean bone in her body. You'll love her, believe me.
No, I won't.
Sounds to me like she the product of mixing Harry and Hermione genes.
God spare me. Since when is Hermione absolutely beautiful? Oh, right, since her suification. Thanks for reminding me.
Ginny laughed.
Have you not been telling us something?
Hermione blushed because she often wished she could have a daughter exactly like Jamie.
Well, in that case, I've got good news for you, Hermione. All your wishes will come true in this story.
Unfortunately, the father she wanted for her child wasn't in love with her. In fact, he was no longer even a part of her life.
Yeah, I'm really buying this. Can you see me buying this? Because I am. A lot.
Actually, Maeve, even though this is a actually it's not even a Harry Hermione ship fic, because Neil marked it as no ships, but even if it was, characters aren't supposed to know what's going on inside of each other's heads all the time. That's not realistic. Hermione could at this point very well and validly think that the father she wanted for her child wasn't in love with her.
Well, unless you're suggesting that Harry and I conceived a baby when we were both 9 years old, I'm afraid that's out of the question.
In this fic, that's definitely not out of the question. Anyway, they could have conceived when they were 15, and then Jamie could have drunk a growing potion she found in her father's wardrobe and matured more quickly than normal. That's possible. I'm not saying it's happened, but it's possible.
Actually, I've met Jamie's parents. They are very nice people and have another daughter named Emily who will be starting Hogwarts next year. Let's see, where was I? Madam Hooch will be back for flight instruction, and Professor Longbottom will be once again teaching herbology. Professor Monroe quit as Defense Against the Dark Arts professor, so I guess we're back to one-year guest appearances again.
The position was cursed by Voldemort. When he was beaten, the curse was lifted. Do your fucking research. And I don't buy that this was before Order of the Phoenix, because you've clearly already read Deathly Hallows.
Except she said they're back to one-year guest appearances, which means that for some amount of time, they did have a steady defense teacher. So that is not a research fail.
I haven't heard who the lucky victim is this year. As long as it's not another Gilderoy Lockhart, we'll be okay.
Oh, who could the new Defense Against the Dark Arts professor be? Who? The suspense is killing me. I can't think of any character in the books who was so good at Defense Against Dark Arts. He even taught his fellow Oh, wait.
Hermione.
Ginny was practically shouting.
Professor Longbottom. Is that Longbottom? As in Neville Longbottom?
The very same. After Professor Sprout was killed, there was some difficulty in filling that position, but Neville started last year and really took to it.
Is Neville still as good-looking as he was your last year?
Ginny had a devilish look in her eyes.
Neville, good looking? When did that happen? Take note of Ginny's devilish I'm a slut look too.
Neville being good looking in the 7th year has literally become a meme. Shut the fuck up.
No, actually I think he has gotten even better looking.
Hermione couldn't help but snicker.
And you haven't gone after
Ginny, according to Maeve.
his cock?
No, Ginny, Neville and I are close friends, but no more.
Came Hermione's firm response.
Ginny, according to Maeve.
That wouldn't stop me. Which sounds better, Hermione? Virginia Snape or Virginia Longbottom?
Just What a whore.
I'm not sure. How about Virginia Malfoy?
No. Malfoy is stereotypically gay now.
Hermione teasingly responded.
Draco is taking over as potions master now that Severus has become headmaster.
Oh, of course he is.
Ginny Weasley's face flushed as she sputtered.
Draco Malfoy is teaching potions.
Ginny, according to Maeve.
But I slept with him in my first year.
Read, review.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Despite that's literally what we just did.
The action gets turned on in Chapter 2. I hope you will join me for what promises to be a very reveling chapter.
Revealing, or that's what I assume it's supposed to say. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pun.
Ever heard the saying, when you assume you make an ass of you and me? Also, I would have thought that the action gets turned on would have been the pun, but whatever. It's like 6:48 in the morning. I'm too tired for this shit.
I'd like to thank Sarah for suggesting I give writing a try.
Sarah, you have unleashed a monster.
This is so awkward because we actually have a friend named Sarah. Actually, Hanni has 2 friends named Sarah.
And both Sarah and Andrew for beta reading this chapter.
Unfortunately, they were not exactly trained in the art of beta reading and so failed to direct this pile of shit into the waste paper basket.
If you're shitting in the waste paper basket, I think you have bigger problems than reading shitty fanfic. Just saying.
Thanks also to Ryan for Brit picking.
But pick a few more Brits next time. Actually, I do think Maeve Assyria is a Brit, but number 1, the Valley Girl accent's funnier. And number 2, I didn't want to subject you guys to my horrible attempts at a British accent any more than strictly necessary, which is why I only do it for the spork version of Hermione. And the reason I don't do it for the spork version of Ginny is that I would have to change my tone, and I'm already changing my tone, so I don't want to change my tone more because it strains my throat. And Ginny's already straining her throat. Okay, I'm done.
Please be a good reader and review.
I'll be a good reader when I feel like it, buddy. You can't make me be.
Fucking hate bratting. Seriously, we had to bring that into this.
That's the end of chapter 1. Doo-da, doo-da. See you guys for chapter 2, probably next year.